G'day guys, it's John from Honeybee Acres and we're back with another video with footage from the feeding stations that we put out after the Black Summer fires and just showing some of the animals that turned up to the feeding stations. So in this one we've got a whole lot of crows and magpies, so there's a whole heap of that. We've got some eastern rosellas again, so you'll get to see them. Got a wallaby and some dingoes, and at the end of the video we've got something a little bit different, which I really didn't expect to see anything like this in our trail cams. So if you want to wait till the end, you'll see that. And yeah, so we'll get right to it. So here we have the ravens, or people commonly call them crows. So what they're eating here is, I'll probably be a lot of the kangaroo pellets that we left there, but also with recent rain that had happened just before this video, there's probably a lot of insects and stuff getting into the meadow hay as well. So that's what I would imagine a lot of what they're getting, especially the way they're digging down into the hay there. And you can see there's obviously a lot of insects around there because there's a lot of crows. So yeah, they're having quite the smorgasbord there. And there's one lone crow. And here we've got some magpies, so a lot of magpies came as well. And they'd be eating a lot of the same thing. They'd be eating a lot of insects and that sort of thing. And if there are any kangaroo pellets still there, they'd be eating them as well. And again, this is like similar sorts of days. You tend to get the crows at one time and the magpies at the other time. So this is after there was a fair bit of rain. You can see how much the grass has started growing. The native grasses have started growing in the bush there. It's quite a lot greener than it was when we started doing the feeding. And the thing about where the crows tend to hang around in bigger groups, the magpies tend to hang around in pairs. They do hang around in breeding pairs a lot of the time, and that's you don't see a whole lot of them unless they've got a couple of chicks with them as well. Then you'll see the babies with them until they get cast out of the nest. So here we've got some magpies, and you've got two eastern rosellas there. So they're quite pretty birds, and they'd be after the kangaroo pellets. So they're seed-eating birds. They wouldn't be eating any insects there. They look pretty relaxed together. We've got another clip of some magpies with some eastern rosellas, or a magpie with some eastern rosellas. So you can see them there walking around, and yeah, they'd be looking for seed. And with such young grass around the place, there wouldn't be a lot of seed about. They've gone flying off now, leaving the magpie all lonesome. Sort of looks the way it's standing there, it's like it doesn't know what to do. They've run off and left it all by itself. So here we can see a wallaby looking for something to eat. They normally forage at night time, so that's when they feed, that's when they're more active. And yeah, it's obviously a little bit nervous about going where the pellets are. Just having a careful look around. And decides not worth it, hops away. And it's a bit unusual to see them during the day. So we've got one during the day. It looks like it's eating something off the ground. There might be some pellets or maybe some of the meadow hay that it's eating that's been spread around the place by the birds. And obviously decides it's had enough, or maybe there's something a little bit more delicious over there. So it goes and eats that. And here, I decided to put these guys separate. This is a pair of crows that are having a bit of fight. They're obviously disagreeing over something, more than likely food. and then they're obviously able to come to some sort of agreement, and then they can feed together from the meadow hay. And here we've got some dingoes. So we've got a couple of clips of dingoes at night. So we've got the pair here, and this is probably the same pair that we saw in the first video I put up of the trail cams after the Black Summer fires. So these guys are obviously, I would guess, a breeding pair, because they look like they're a male and a female. And they're obviously still looking for some food. Food would have been pretty scarce around here after these fires. There wasn't a lot of animals about. And here's another clip of them at night. Just this one goes across the frame there. And it's interesting, I have heard of dingoes being in the area before, but I lived in Hilltop there for just over 23 years, and I walked down the fire trail that these cameras were set off, and I walked down there with my dogs a lot of times, and I never saw anything that would even resemble a dingo. So here's another clip here of the dingoes, or one dingo. I think there's only one in this clip again. But yeah, I never saw any dingoes ever while I was walking down that trail. Never heard anything. The dogs never reacted to anything. You would have thought if they saw or heard a dingo about, they would have reacted to it somehow. But no, never did. Never did. And it's walked off and gone. And next we've got a daytime clip coming up of the dingoes. So you can see here they are again. And they sort of go walking their separate ways, and you see the one from the left decides it better catch up with its mate. And the next clip coming up was something I really didn't expect. So what you're going to see here is you'll see something flying across the screen. See it there from left to right, from right to left, sorry. And it's an insectivorous bat. You'll see it fly across the screen a few more times. There it goes again. There's another one. I think it comes across one more time. There you go. Yeah, so I was very surprised to see that, and that was something that was, one last time. That was quite unexpected. So, yeah, that was pretty cool to see. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed seeing that insectivorous bat at the end. It was not really something I expected to see in the trail cam footage. It was really, it was very surprising to catch that. So I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll have some trail cam footage coming up soon from cameras that we've got on our place here, and we'll see what animals we've got walking around here. So the sorts of things we normally see around here, like with our cameras, we haven't gotten footage from our trail cameras yet. We haven't lifted any up, but we see things like deer, which are feral around here. Could be foxes, although I don't know we'll see a lot of them in the bush. Kangaroos or wallabies will be possible, and wombats is another possibility as well. We know we have a whole lot of wombats around here. So we'll see what they turn up next time we bring some trail cam footage to you. See ya.